Hi everyone, and welcome to the content management strategy for the University of Vermont's Web Design Redesign. So there are a few phases that you have to go through just to make sure all the data is up to date, correct, and you know who the owners are to make your mind at ease that the new website design will be effective. So the first phase is called the request phase. And here, this is where you find out who is requesting to put this information on. What is it? How is it relevant to the college? Where is it going on the university website? And when is it going to be put on this website? There's two specific breakouts of this phase that are very important to make sure happen. The first is to make sure that you know who the individual or the group is that wants to do this project or document or article on the website. You can do this by using something called the management technology, and this is called metadata. This will help you know who the owner is of any content being put up on the web. The second is to make sure that those individuals know the time commitment and they request all the education materials they need prior to beginning this project. You don't want them going halfway through and having to retrace their steps when a deadline is already in place. The next step is called the create phase. So we all know how important information is for a university, how to stay relevant, how to stay on top of it. If there's new research that came out, if there's new rankings, if there's new things about education, you want this on your website to make sure people want to go to your website. They want to maybe even donate again if they're alumni. In the world of education, it's always changing. It's very fast. It's very, very quick. So you want to be quick as well, but you want to ensure the security of your document at the same time. So to do this, assigning a workflow will be a great tool for this information and help you keep your mind at ease that everything's getting out on time. This will also ensure that your document is truthful and the information is correct. So by applying the criteria acting on the metadata, you are assigning someone the last minute review. You will have someone write the story, review it, re-review it before it gets placed on the web. So this is very important to do. And you can also, to help you, is to assign different folders. So for one folder, you could have the UVM Alumni Association, and then you can have the Office of International Education. The contributors for UVM alumni will not have access to the International Education's folder, and vice versa. So they will not be able to edit each other's documentation because they may not know about the other person's information. This will help you keep unwanted information from going onto the website. The next phase is called the manage phase. So ownership is a major issue that you need to make sure you stay on top of. You need to always ensure that the metadata is updated and the content is updated, because you never know what happens if someone gets a new job, if someone changes jobs within the organization. You don't want people to have headaches. You don't want people to be confused and pointing fingers, saying, well, it's your content, not mine, it's your content. So to do this, just make sure the metadata is always correct. You run reports every day. You know every content has an owner, because you don't want content then being left out and that information may never get on the website and it could have been really important information. So the final phase is called the retire phase. And this phase is kind of just to make sure everything is relevant, everything's still meeting the past three phases criteria. You have to act on the metrics that were first established during the request phase. And as some information may only be relevant on the website for a short period of time, you want to make sure that it's meeting this criteria, because if it's not, then it should be deleted and it shouldn't be on the website anymore. So by constantly running reports on the metadata and website search to see what people are searching, you can compile analytics for all the content on your website. So in the end, as long as you make sure someone is assigned to each content, no one interferes with each other, and you're always constantly updating the metadata and staying relevant, your website will help you to drive more traffic to UVM and hopefully have more applicants and more alumni donations. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.